Yo, 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 what's good, people? It's Jason Guna back. Yes, we're in the studio, people, and this time we are here for the live draw reaction, people. Yes, Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. Yes, 2026 people, round three, the final round. It's gonna be four groups. No, sorry, three groups, four teams. So there's four pots, each have three teams in it. Jamaica is in pot one. So yes, we're going to avoid the likes of Panama and Costa Rica in our zone, but we'll have three other CONCACAF teams to fend with to get it done and get to the World Cup. Big up Adam McGregor. Yes, big up to you. People, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. We are going to be bringing the content to you right throughout, and we're going to give you the live reaction to everything that we see and hear on the screen tonight. So it's pretty nerve-wracking for me. Of course, we're going to pull up in just a second the pots, if you guys aren't familiar, so you can see what it looks like and how these groups could end up looking. Let me get that on the screen for you guys right away. Remember, as soon as you turn up, please like the video, share the content as well. And if you're new to the channel, please do consider smashing a subscription. I just want to thank each and every one of you lately. Really had a nice jump in the subscribers. Been bringing you the content, and you guys have definitely been responding by dropping a subscription. Really do appreciate it, people. You can always support the channel as well in the form of a super chat. Yes, if you want your comments highlighted tonight throughout the show, please do consider dropping it in the form of a super chat. And of course, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Joseph was trying to find the membership button. There should be a link in the description on the video. If you guys want to become members of the channel, just follow the instructions in there. All right, people. But yes, please do smash the like button. I'm actually streaming through YouTube directly. I've never really done this before, so I'm going to try to figure it all out as I go. For whatever reason, StreamYard is down, so I couldn't use my normal interface, but this is pretty simple so far. We're going to see how it works out. The comments seem to be coming through. Bless up, Adam McGregor. Big up, Adam. Rob Smith, big up as well. Big up Rob Smith in the building. We're cool with any tree. We are bad people with beer laughing emoji. Yeah, well, look, the confidence should be there, for Jamaica. We ended off the campaign on a high note. I think with Jamaica, it's just a matter of us making sure that we're taking all the games seriously. I mean, it's 3 windows back to back to back. The main goal and objective and hope is that we can pretty much stay fit throughout the whole process. Because, we have seen it's very rare that we have all the same players from window to window. We're going to need 3 windows in a row where we can get some decent continuity. Hopefully, key pieces will be fit, and we won't have to deal with that type of stuff going into those games. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, people. Tonight we will learn who our opponents will be, and I think that will definitely set the tone as we move forward. Remember, people, we're into the Gold Cup. Monday is the first game against Guatemala again, and then once the Gold Cup has concluded, hopefully with us lifting the trophy, we go right into the September, October, and November windows when these last games will take place. All right. Big up namesake, hope all is well. Yeah, man, big up yourself, bro. Also, hopefully Mason G will forward. Yeah, well, look, I think you have heard it on numerous different sources and places that anywhere between 6 and 7 players is the number I keep hearing will be coming in. They're all EPL quality players. So let's see how it works out. By the way, people, how is the levels or the sound? Because again, this is all new to me, how this is really going. So I don't really know exactly how the quality is. So just let me know. Adam said all good, bro. All right, cool. That's wonderful. All right, so let me pull up this, people. This is just an article that was on Concacaf site, and from this you will get an idea, if you don't know already, how this whole draw is going to take place. We're about 35 minutes from the draw starting. Usually how these Concacaf draws go, there will be a segment with just basically like background information, things like that. So, it won't be right as it starts. You start to see the groups form. We're gonna have a lot of build up. So I'm just warning you from now. Every time I ever watch these, I'm like, yo, get to the damn draw already. So just prepare yourselves for that, because I'm sure it will be that way. They have to introduce the dignitaries. I'm wondering who's gonna be there on behalf of Jamaica. I remember the last time one of these took place, I want to say it was Bibi that was doing it. So we'll see if it's Bibi again. And maybe this article says it. All right. So this is the article, people. Should be good on the screen. All right. So Concacaf confirms draw pots and participating teams for third round of the FIFA World Cup qualifying. Miami, Florida. Following the conclusion of the second round of the region's qualifiers to the FIFA World Cup, Concacaf has confirmed key details about the third and final round, including the participating national teams and the draw procedures and pots. The official draw for the final round is scheduled for Thursday, June 12 at 7 p.m. Eastern, about 34 minutes. Fans will be able to follow the made-for-TV event live on Jason John, who changed? I wrote this in and it said on the Jason Guna TV YouTube channel, but somebody changed it. I don't know what happened. The final round of the CONCACAF qualifiers to the 2026 FIFA World Cup will feature 12 teams, the winners and runners-up from each second round group. These teams will be split into 3 groups of 4. Qualified nations listed alphabetically are Bermuda, Costa Rica, Curacao, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, Jamaica, Nicaragua, Panama, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. So dates and format. The final round of the CONCACAF qualifiers to the 2026 FIFA World Cup will feature 12 teams divided into 3 groups of 4. During the FIFA match windows in September, October, and November 2025, each team will face the others in its group, both home and away, playing a total of 6 matches. So, this last round we had the kind of, you don't really play both teams home and away. You just they select who you play at home and who you play away. So that goes away. It's more like the usual way of qualifying where, you have teams in your group, you play them home and away, and that's when the group ends. At the end of the final round, the 3 group winners will qualify directly for the FIFA World Cup 2026, joining co-hosts Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Additionally, the 2 best second-place finishers will advance to the FIFA playoff tournament, scheduled for March 2026. So, for the first time in history, the CONCACAF region could be represented by up to 8 teams at the World Cup. So, that's a lot there. So, let's just unpack all of that. So, basically, at the end of this round coming up, you do have the chance to qualify directly to the World Cup, right? Directly to the World Cup. You win the group, you are in the World Cup 2026. So you can start to wait for the draw so we can see what cities we're going to be in and we can all get our tickets and show up and turn up and show out. Now, we will be watching all 3 groups in this final qualifying round because, as you see in the second sentence in that second paragraph there, the 2 best second place finishers will advance to the FIFA playoff tournament. So that will be in the March 2026 window. I believe it's going to be a total of 8 teams, if I'm not mistaken, at this playoff tournament. And there will be, a couple more spots up for grabs to get to the FIFA World Cup in that March 2026 window. So that's why we need to keep track of all the groups, even the ones that Jamaica are not in case we are, trying to crunch numbers to see if we are one of those two best second place finishers. I hope that doesn't happen, but we have to look at all the variables, people. CONCACAF will conduct the official draw for the final round on Thursday, June 12, coming up right now. The draw will be executed using a single blind system involving 4 pots. The participating 12 teams have been distributed into the pots according to the FIFA Men's National Team rankings of June 2025, published after the FIFA window. So they're letting you know that they did the calculations behind the scenes. It's not published as yet. So I'm sure some fans of Haiti might look at this and say, what? Haiti's in pot 3? We were in pot 2 when if you look at the FIFA rankings right now, Haiti is ranked sixth in Concacaf of the teams left, and Curacao is actually seventh. But Concacaf already told us that they were going to calculate the points from this window just concluded and include them in this pot breakdown. So Curacao and Haiti, that game proved to be very costly in terms of what pot they ended up in, because if Haiti was able to get a positive result in that game, they would be in pot two. So we'll see how that pans out and what kind of groups they end up getting. But I think they were the only teams that made a jump from pot two to pot three or pot one to pot two and vice versa after this window. So that was something that I thought was interesting. I had already told people that prior to our game with Guatemala, regardless of the result, the points disparity was too great for Honduras to catch us, even if they won both of their games. So we didn't have to play any calculator games. Jamaica won both their games, so we stayed right there in the third highest ranked team left in the competition to qualify. So we're pot one. You see pot two, Honduras, El Salvador, Curacao, who took Haiti's spot, so they dropped to pot three with Trinidad and Tobago and Guatemala. And then Nicaragua and Suriname, pretty much true to form in the FIFA rankings, the top 11 teams left made it. The one team that got into this top 12 from outside of the 12 rankings wise is Bermuda. So shout out to Bermuda for getting to this stage. They're the one that kind of forced their way through in terms of the rankings in the region. Everything else pretty much true to form. So the draw will begin with pot one. The first team drawn will be placed in Group A, position A1. Second team Group B, position B1. Third team Group C, position C1. The same process will follow for pots 2, 3, and 4. So once they draw pot one, we'll know if we're Group A, B, or C. That's Jamaica. And then we'll have to look and see if, obviously, if we end up in Group B, we'll be anxious to see what teams out of pot 2, 3, and 4 get into Group B. All right. The road to FIFA World Cup 2026 for Concacaf member associations includes a total of 3 rounds, kicked off in March 2024. Opening stage saw the 4 lowest ranked teams. We weren't in that. British Virgin Islands, who we played in the last round, came through that basically first round with only 4 teams. Then the second round just concluded. We just finished. But yeah, this should be quite an interesting night, people. I have in my head, based on these pots, I want you guys to tell me in the comment section now, what is your ideal group? I think for me, if I look at all the variables, I think there's certain teams in this mix in every pot that is a wild card to me. In pot 4, the wild card team that I would really want to stay away from would be Suriname, just because you never know how successful they'll be in their recruitment. The influx of players has been ramping up. I've been tracking this team for a few years now, and each window they seem to be adding 2, 3 more, 2, 3 more, 2, 3 more. So yeah, I wouldn't expect that to stop. So there's no telling how much quality they would have inherited by the time we get to the September window. So out of pot 4, that's my avoid team. In pot 3, the team I'd want to avoid would be Haiti. Look, I know people might be a little down on them based on the last result, which is fair, but I still feel like on their day, they can cause trouble to any team of these 12 teams still in it. So Haiti would be my avoid team in pot 3. And then in pot 2, it's a toss-up for me as far as avoiding between Curacao and Honduras. Now, Curacao, if you become a prisoner at the moment, they might be your avoid. But I think Honduras have more know-how in terms of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup. So I think that holds a little bit more weight for me, more than necessarily how we're seeing them play. I think Honduras is a team that tends to turn up a bit more when the stakes get a bit higher. We can't say the same for Curacao over the years. So that would give me the slight edge in terms of avoid. I would lean a little more towards Honduras. But look, I've said who I would avoid. So obviously my ideals would be other teams. So I would say in pot 2, El Salvador, a team that, we usually at least get a draw away from home. We don't lose to them so often. And we typically beat them at home. And in pot 3, I would say they're a bit of a wild card, because I think attacking wise they can pose some serious threats. but I do think that they are vulnerable in defense. And I think I would always choose a Caribbean team over a Central American one. So I would say I would more want to face Trinidad and Tobago. And then in pot four, it would have to be a bit of a wild card as well, because Bermuda has stepped up their recruitment pretty intensely. But I would say Bermuda being the ones that kind of broke the mold getting into this third and final round. I would say Bermuda would be the one. And again, would rather pick them over the Central American opponent of Nicaragua. So yeah, my ideal group tonight, people, if we get into Group B, let's say, and El Salvador is the team from pot two, Trinidad is the team from pot three, and Bermuda is the team from pot four, then I will be extremely happy. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have thought about it as deeply as I have, because I've been thinking all day what's the ideal group, and after many thoughts, El Salvador, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda for me would be the best thing that we could get tonight. Word about the Gold Cup. We have more than a few players searching for club, hoping nobody have to leave camp for medicals and stuff. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Good point. I would hope that it would be possible for the medicals to take place, with the team, and they wouldn't have to leave the team. But I guess it's a possibility they would want to do all tests on their own premise. But I feel like you should be able to get everything done at any kind of medical center. Ambassador gonna be there. You already know. He might be on the stage. Bless up Red Skull. Where's that? Group C. Yo, I don't care which group, I just hope the players, the teams are me just say. I hope those are the teams we get. That's all I will say about that. People, make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Almost 30 of you in the building. And right now, we're only on 12 likes, people. Come on, we can do better than 12 likes. Don't do me like that, people. I'm not sure if it's a different way to click the like button tonight. Because like I said, I'm doing a different setup. I don't know what's going on. So let me see the poll. So everybody's saying no doubt we top the group so far. Just a few saying no, we lose in the playoffs. So nobody's saying no, more like 20-30. And nobody's saying yes, but in the playoffs. Everybody thinking that we're going to top the group, no doubt, as of right now. And that's amazing because we don't even see the group yet. I thought people might vote afterwards, but maybe I should have started it later. Honduras, Trinidad, and either Bermuda or Nicaragua, says Adam. All right, cool. So Adam saying, don't want El Salvador. He would rather get Honduras, Trinidad, and either Bermuda or Nicaragua. Up, Ty, bless up. I'm on mute. How is that possible? I'm on mute now? Am I still muted? Let me know. All right, cool. No, bro. Yeah, I think big up that in the building. So Adam, turn up your volume, bro. I think you muted your device or something, because every comment around you're saying I'm not muted. So I would like to think that something's going on your end, sir. All right, so that was the article from Concacaf. Yeah, man. Pops is in the building. Bless up, Float. What go on? We're there, we're there for Michael G. So we're not mute. Yeah, man. The sound is working. All right, people. Thanks for smashing the like button. I see the likes. Take a little skip up, people. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. I wonder if Concacaf will be upset if I show the actual thing on the screen. I don't think I can do that, Might have to just react in real time for you guys. I should have set up my own draw right here. Have a little ball with it, Reveal. So people, keep dropping your ideal groups in the chat. Remember, part 2, you have Honduras, Curacao, El Salvador. Part 3, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago. What them name again? Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and is it Guatemala? Yeah, Guatemala. And then the last one, Nicaragua, Bermuda, and Suriname. Yeah, so it go. I mean, I think I could understand if you said not El Salvador, but I don't know. I feel like El Salvador hasn't really been impressing me of late. So I don't mind playing them. I don't mind it, people. Seriously though, anybody know who going to represent us? Cause I know the ambassador might be there. Would take El Salvador, Honduras any day. Bless up Tuffy Rudy. Hope all is well. I don't know what I say, but I get a wife from my father. That's sad. Sorry, I don't know what happened, but I closed it and reopened it, and we're back. All right, cool. Yeah, man, it must have been something on your side, or must it true? Say you're in. Yeah, but I tell you, brother, if it's the ambassador, bro, I can just see the clip boss already having a great meme for it. Kerry and president should be there, I would think. No, sir. One ambassador, bro. Possibly speed, but he only deal with policy. Maybe it's Yendi. Boy, at least it would look better. Jano Star. I think I'm going to say what I was just thinking. I think that's grounds for getting sued. Yo, people, all are going now. I think the Gold Cup match them go even play. And I say all the things are going on the West Coast, man. I've seen plenty articles today. I know Mexico national teams changing hotel because their first game in LA. Concacaf watching. Ice going to be the patrol. Ice going to be the security at FIFA Club World Cup. I'm like, jeez. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. A lot of news coming out about this stuff, man. Yo, let's read daddy comment. True me talk about me should have a pot with some balls in it. Yeah, man, I feel careful, brother, cause a while ago, I forget I don't have one view on YouTube, I can't really say something, man. It's one view. So better me just easy. Hold up, who is the ambassador? LOL. Bro, all that. I'm glad say no such put careful right after that comment, So I go careful. Time will tell, man. Ambassador's identity will be revealed. Jason, I missed the live of the post match. Watched after the fact. So I say no. I was very impressed by Nepo Bala. I apologized to him. Couldn't ask for more. Passing, tackling, precision. All right. Well, I had one. That is why I can respect it because some people, once them plant them flag on a certain hill, man, them nah move it, no matter what happened. The person could have saved them mother from dying, and them still gonna tell us say them no good or whatever. So trust me, because I have done that with a few Jamaica players, like where I was totally against them being in the team just based on my assessment. But sometimes either you can miss things or you don't see certain intangibles or something. you don't must say everything about a player. There's players that have played for teams that I like that I never really rated highly, and then maybe after they leave, you realize like what you're missing, or you just sometimes you just can't see certain things in certain players. And I'm not even sure which player you're talking about. But Nepo baller, I would assume it's one of the JPL baller them. It's a passing and tackling precision. So it's not Warner. I would think you're talking King, maybe. Spanish voters are dumb. They could have owed this country in 10 years and then vote against it. I want him to win. I wish he was still at Inter Miami. No. Hold on. Nepo baller. Wish he was still at Inter Miami. No. Oh, you're talking about D'Lo. You're talking about D'Lo. Yeah. Just realized. Yeah, look, I think you and I were arguing because I was saying I would still start him over King, and people were like, "I'm crazy," because King is the man. Yeah, man. I know me, I move like, I move like ambassador. I move slow. Yeah, so people, we get to the 20 likes, people. Come on, jump it up to the 30 likes, quick and fast, quick and fast, quick and fast. Yeah, man. So let's take a look at the groups, how they ended, just to remind you guys. We know the 12 teams in there, but we don't want to see, what kind of form are they bringing into this. So let's take a look at Concacaf. Concacaf. World Championship qualifier. All right, let me share the screen. It's not bad, people. I don't mind this YouTube way. I just can't really highlight the comments. That's the only thing. Or I'm sure there's probably a setting that I'm not doing. But all right, so this is the groups: Honduras and Bermuda. As I said, I think Cuba would be the one that basically dropped out. If you look at just the pure rankings of the teams that were in the competition still, Cuba, based on rankings, should have made it, right? But they fell short, 6 points. Bermuda with 7, proving to be enough. And they got there by virtue of wins in their final 2 games. So yeah, big results for them. Getting by Cuba, that was a big result, and beating Antigua, who were very disappointing, it must be said. Their ranking is higher than Cayman for sure. So for them to finish fifth, not a good showing for them. But Honduras and Bermuda got through. People kind of thinking that Honduras isn't really firing. They didn't really blow any team away. They did get a 12 goals for 2 against, so not terrible. But I don't think that they have dropped off as far as people think. That's why they are my avoid in the pot 2. Anyway, moving down to Group B, Costa Rica dominant, 17 goals for 1 against. I think they were probably the most impressive team to me in this last group that we just played. You'll see they have the best goal difference, and I think they conceded the least amount of goals out of all the teams, scoring the most as well, 17. So are close to the most, if not the most. But yeah, Costa Rica and Trinidad and Tobago, they were equal on points with Grenada, who were hoping that Costa Rica could turn over Trinidad by a wide margin. In the end, Trinidad down 2-0 at halftime was able to get back a goal to Levi Garcia, and that was enough to secure their place into the final round. I do think that York has them playing a nice free-flowing style, but I do worry about when they face the better teams, the better attacking teams, if they'll be able to hold up defensively. They do have quite an open way of playing, definitely taking on the mentality of the coach, an attacking mind, playing an attacking style. I think he just needs to find a little bit better balance if he wants to pull off an upset and win one of these groups to get into this World Cup. Then we move into Group D. It was Curacao and Haiti. Some would have thought that top 2 would have been flipped. I think when you look at this group, they were definitely the ones you would pencil in to get through to the final round. And I think these are 2 teams that most teams, the difficult thing is, I think there's a wide range of how these 2 teams can play. Haiti at their best, I think, could challenge any team. I've seen them play Gold Cups against the Mexicos, the Canadas, the USAs, and they give them a lot of trouble typically. They might not win the game, but based on the run of play, they create chances. They're in the game against these teams. Curacao, I don't think they play those bigger teams as good as Haiti does, but I do think when they play well, they do also have a quality, and I think they have also done some more recruiting in the last couple of years to add on to the players that they would have had for a while now, the brothers that they have on their team, amongst others. So yeah, they are on an upward trajectory. I think the 5-1 win in that final round definitely turned heads over Haiti. So yeah, they are on an upward trajectory. So for that reason, I would say that Pot 2, Honduras, Curacao, those are the two danger teams, I would say. And it's very difficult to say I would want one or the other in my group. Then we'll move on to the next group. Um, Panama and Nicaragua getting out of this one pretty much true to form. The teams that were supposed to beat, the teams that they were supposed to beat, and Nicaragua fell to Panama in the last round. So that's how we got here. I think Panama, not to me, not quite as impressive as they have looked in years past in this run of games. Yes, they have 4 wins, but I think similar to Jamaica, you know, I mean, I don't think teams that face them put them under as much pressure as some of the teams Jamaica played. But I feel like they probably should have scored a few more goals in their games. Let's put it that way. Nicaragua, I think they'll have a very outside shot. Though I don't really see them pulling off an upset to get to the World Cup, but stranger things have happened, right? And then the last group was Jamaica and Guatemala. It came down to the last day. I tend to think that the Guatemalan staff knew the whole point situation in terms of FIFA rankings, and that made a lot of sense when you look at how they basically were. How you look at how the team was picked for that game. It seemed as if there were quite a bit of changes. If you remember my predicted 11 compared to what it was, Jamaica's only had 2 wrong. Guatemala's team had about 7 or 8 wrong, and I think they just took it as, look, even if we were to win this game, we're still going to be in part 2. We cannot move. So let's not kill out ourselves. And let's not show Jamaica our best showing going into this Gold Cup, where we can maybe surprise them with some different players. So I don't buy into the fact that that meant that they were going to lose altogether, because those B team players would want to become A team players, so they would try just as hard. But at the same time, there's a reason why those players would have been starters and the other ones come off the bench. So you have to factor that in as well. But Jamaica, not prolific by any means, 8 goals over the 4 games. But I do like the fact that we only conceded 2 goals, and those 2 goals were in 1 game. So we had 3 clean sheets out of the 4 games, which is very good to know. So yeah, hopefully we can keep that stinginess moving forward. And I do happen to think that the defense is kind of where the strength is in the team right now. We have a lot of options there. It's one of the few places on the pitch where I don't think injuries would necessarily kill us. And I would just love for the rest, some other areas in the team, to have that same amount of depth and quality in depth as well. And then the last group, Suriname, El Salvador topping that one. Suriname getting the better of El Salvador in this group, and Puerto Rico, another team that, based on ranking, should have been in there above the likes of Bermuda, but they just happen to fall in this group with Suriname, who I think performances definitely belie, their actual FIFA ranking. When you watch them play games, they typically are in them. No matter who they're facing, really, even the so-called giants in the region. But I think the knock with them has just been, can they really do it in the big ones? They've been really close to pulling off some big feats over the years, but they never quite get it all the way over the line. Is this finally the time when they put all the pieces together and get it right? I think this round should have given them some confidence, being able to top it, based on how FIFA decided, or Concacaf decided, to do the draw. It doesn't really matter much that they finish first. So we'll see how they end up doing what they do moving forward. But yeah, those are the teams that got through, people. Like I said, Puerto Rico and probably Cuba, the 2 teams that should feel a bit aggrieved that they're not in this draw tonight, but they'll have to wait until 2030 before they try to make it to a World Cup again. So that is it for that, people. Let me know. Try to get the coverage going for the actual draw, because I believe that we're gonna start getting coverage any moment now. Any moment now. It looks like a few other Jamaican YouTubers are streaming it, so you know it's a big deal. People want to see what these groups look like. So we do appreciate those here watching it with us. And remember to smash up the like button, people share it as well. So that more folks can know that we are here. All right, Concacaf. Concacaf. All right, still upcoming, them say. All right, drop a like on it. People, it's on the Concacaf YouTube channel. I don't believe if you're in Jamaica, it's going to be geo-blocked or anything. So you should be able to see it. But if not, let me know and I will throw it in the Discord or something just to make people see it. But people, we are counting down. We're almost there to learn what it's going to be. I won't show it on the screen, but if anything, I'll just have the audio playing or something. Yeah, man, everybody has stream. Ew. All right, Concacaf. Concacaf. We ready, people. We ready. Ooh. I'm see how the poll looking. People them say no doubt. No doubt. And confident in. That is good still. Full of confidence. Thanks for the subscriptions as well. I saw a few subscribers clicked up the button. We'd greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that, you know. Hold on there. Oh, we can change this. Not like that. Channel settings. Nope. Don't think I can change anything, you know. Nope. Share. No. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Yo, why am I feel like me I get nervous for? I shouldn't be nervous about this. Tune in. All right, we're minutes away from some coverage, people. It's almost here. We can't wait. All right, so music I play. Let's go. People, when no Jamaicans football, no Nandi and JFF was no friends. Being Nandi's son does him no favors. Bless up truth or truth, Wagwan. Yeah, man, you know, truth or truth, I always forward here because he's going to hear some truths. Definitely. No, we're not doing that. All right, cool. So I don't know how these settings. Let me see. I do know. All right, hold on there. So now the stadium settings. Definitely another one there. The outside the arena. Or in the water. Alright, yeah. I don't know, there's somewhere. Alright, people. Footage is here. Now I'm gonna take out, scratch out my head now. Drew Ross, big up, Yeah, man, make them know for smash up the likes, man. Get you to the 100 people. If everybody that passed through just click the like button, we will get to the 100 likes by the end. I know it's looking bleak right now, but somehow, some way we get there. So people are very much confident about getting to the World Cup. People, 94% say 100% we tap in the group. Four pot them ready. Concacaf president now. Boy Victor. For real. So people, now is the time to grab your Bible. Put in your words to the Lord. Eight Concacaf teams. Jeez. You know, the highlights package, and just show Boyz header get saved. Everybody else has score a goal. Actually, no, let me not say that. I'm not sure next save too. So show a Jamaica goal now, no? Thank you, Victor. BBK is a favorable matchup loading. BBK, Taran, I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. People, and head over to BBK Sports, Top discussion. EPL, cover a lot of sports as well. Me and him doing some Arsenal content lately. So, yeah, man, give my strength. Go over there and drop a subscription. See, I'm telling the people, we're here for one thing, and one thing only, to see which teams we get. Them are gonna stretch out this thing. Oh my gosh, man. Now they're showing us big moments from the last round. Golly. And let me know how far behind I am than everyone else, because see the way on my TV work, no matter where in the world you are, you see things before me. All right, people, this is the big day. Make sure I'm out. Round 3. World Cup qualifier 2026. Concacaf. Group A. Group B. Group C. Alright, people, the big board ready. I'm gonna fill it out. Big up 1-1. Hope all is well, bro. Hope all is well, man. Tuned in to see how the group them look. By the way, 1-1, did your father and yourself, did you guys like Russell's performance against Guatemala? I can't remember. You were telling me how your father thought about Russell in the Nigeria game. Home and away, home and away, home and away, home and away. 6 matches. All right. All right. Concacaf. Ooh, I had one, man. Tell you. People, respect for the likes, you know. I could get to the 50 and work our way up. Yes, bro, we know. FIFA match window, September, October, November. Yes. But don't tell the fans already. Just tell with the team them, please, sir. Thank you. I know them not start for no, call. I know him not call out nobody, I know that brother is not pulling the ball. Why? This brother is not revealing the teams. Jamaica. Carlos Fernandez. Come on, Alejandro. I wonder if them gonna have this like live updating. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this actually update. I'm happy for him, but sir, please get to it. Yeah, man. Them always I do them something, bro. Every time I watch one of these, I'm amazed how long them take to actually do it. Jamaica getting part one, we love it. Curacao pass 18 and last day. Forget to part two. It would be hilarious if Curacao and Haiti draw each other again. Bless up in a Craig. Yeah, man. I'm gonna find out how the thing go now. I'm gonna find out how the thing go, bro. Why forget that one, yeah? I tell them in a Craig. I want El Salvador, Trinidad, and Bermuda. Yeah, man. I know I'm not gonna get that. I can't get everything I want. So I know in one of those pots I'm gonna get the team I don't want. At least one. My hope is I don't get all the three that I say I want to avoid, you know? I say anything I say, all right, boss. I study it like book, so I've paid some attention to this, believe me. A1. Now it's going to be important to know who is A1, B1, C1 because I think that's going to affect which teams will play at what point. Blas Perez. Every time them have a draw, them draw for Blas Perez. Big striker still. Yo, I want the Concacaf, man. It's a Blas Perez, former goalkeeper. Jeez, I'm peace, man. I think they piss me off, man. Just do it. He had one job, bro. Just put the right information up on the screen. And then remove it fast, though. But I now miss nothing Concacaf. So they better get everything right. Yeah, basically, I say the team been picking up pace and them earn the respect of Concacaf, which is true. Yo, 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 yo. Or go on BM. There. Yo, I think because I started this show on YouTube, I didn't even say yo, yo, yo at the beginning. Poor. Poor form. Or maybe I don't remember. Anybody that was here from the beginning, did I say yo, 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 yo at the beginning? It doesn't matter who Jamaica plays, it will be difficult. That's a fact. Top 3 ranked teams. Part 2, next 3 highest ranked. Yes, we know. We know, brother. All right, so part 1 going to draw first, people. So I'm going to tell us if we A, B, or C. And then we'll wait and see how the rest of it go. And we're just going to go through the parts one by one. So we'll find out what part 2 team will get first, then what part 3 team will get next, and then what part 4 team will get. And I'll be writing them down. And I want to say that this will probably update in real time too. Once I refresh the page. And I blast alone, I got there. Yo, no, man. Bring some other people, man. Kenan Yildiz is a baller, but I don't believe Juventus is going to sell him. But yeah, he's a big baller. Him and Concacaf are wicked. But Yildiz is perfect because he play on the left, and that's what we need. But we ain't getting. With Arsenal don't get players that you have to overpay for buy and get. We don't get them players there. We get players that on the market and willing to be sold. All right, Group A people. Team 1 is Panama. So the man pick him own a country first, people. It's rigged. It's rigged, people. So Panama in Group A as the A1 team. The hide and seek football won't work. We have to play whoever is on the pitch. Facts. Bianco near boss up full. Man here boy Yildiz and Concacaf and drop a comment right away. Jamaica, Group B from Bomba 1. Yo, bro, the man them pick Panama. Yo, you see, anyhow Panama get the group of me want, brother, I might mash up inside here. So, my own a studio. BM, yeah, it probably will be, but some possible groups are more difficult. So, I want the easy draw. Yeah, I mean, anybody saying, bring anybody, come, beat anybody. I mean, yes, I understand that, Dean, but come on. If you have a choice between a group of teams that you think you'd have a better chance to beat, why wouldn't you take that opportunity? All right, now things get serious now, people. Part 2. And this man is starting teeth in him and look down in a bowl. Brother, look straight. Yo, you see anyhow, El Salvador? Anyhow. Oh, brother, the man I look down in the bowl. And I pull out. So you know where I get Honduras, you know. Maybe Curacao still. Brother, El Salvador out of part 2, brother. And the man just look down. He's a Panamanian. A man pick it and it's El Salvador. Watch out now. Jamaica. Watch out now. Curacao, man. Me know, man. Blood Clemus, man. So that means Honduras gone with Costa Rica. What a fight that I go be now. Jano. Costa Rica, Honduras are buckle it out. All right, look. I prefer Curacao to Honduras. I'm not gonna lie, people. I prefer them to Honduras. Because as I say, Honduras have a little more pedigree, you know? Honduras, so that's gonna be a grudge match now. Costa Rica, Honduras usually have some battles, you know, man. Ooh. All right, part 3, people. Come on, football gods. Nobody with the Haiti now, brother. Please. Me no want Haiti. I'd rather Guatemala again. Or Trinidad. No, we don't get Panama. Buckler, this man I pick the group of life film team, you know, man. I bet you see if Panama get Bermuda, brother, this thing rigged. The man them get Guatemala. So we're gonna get Haiti, you know. How much money you know? Truth or truth, please be right. Truth or truth, please be right. Yes. No disrespect doubles, but me rather Uno than Haiti, brother. Trust me. Yo, you see Group C, deaf people. Costa Rica, Honduras, and Haiti. And then if Suriname dropping at that now, whoo. Well done, truth or truth. Just guess Bermuda now. Haiti. Come on, Bermuda next. Brother, we play Trinidad about 27 times this season already, you know. Yeah, Costa Rica group is a madness. Any of them get Bermuda, you know. The man rigged the damn thing, you know, man. If this say Bermuda, oh. Yeah, man. Suriname gonna mash up Blas Perez side now. And shock the world. Come on, Bermuda. Hey! Let's go! 2 out of 3 is not bad. Let's go. 2 out of 3 is not bad, people. Let's go. Yeah. And just for formalities, people, the last team is going to be Nicaragua in Group C. So Nicaragua probably looking up and saying, damn, look at this damn group we're in. Wow, people, I want to feel people 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. I want to think about this 10 being the happiest, 1 being the saddest. What would you give this group? What would you give this group? 10 being your happiest with the outcome, right? I would say I'm somewhere about a 7, 8 because I got 2 out of 3. I wanted Trinidad in the group. I wanted Bermuda in the group. I did want El Salvador as the second team, but it ended up being Curacao. And to be fair, of the 2 other teams in that pot, I was saying I would rather get Curacao than Honduras, just because I like Honduras kind of having that, they have been there, they've qualified to a few World Cups, So yeah, I mean, I don't hate it at all. 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 Let me see if this will actually update on here. What? So then put in Group A. So it look like them are loaded in now, people. I'm loaded in now, people. So that's Group A. Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, Suriname. Group B, Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. So Jamaica has to look at that and say, man, come on, look, boys, we don't want to put any more pressure than we know you already have. But you guys must be watching this tonight and saying, this is a great opportunity for us, man. Come on, man. Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda, Curacao. Jeez and bees, man. So yeah, based on the Central American Caribbean, we're able to get 3 Caribbean teams basically. So of late we've been doing better against the Central American teams, but I think we have been facing more of the second level of that Central American teams in Concacaf. We haven't faced the Panamas, the Costa Ricas of late. Went up against Honduras, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and we've been doing a job against them, but yeah, Bermuda, as I said, they are the lowest ranked team left in the competition by FIFA rankings. So, that doesn't play the football, but I mean, that's a good thing for Jamaica. And Group C is up as well now. Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, Nicaragua. I know that those teams are looking at this draw and saying, man, we weren't any favors. I think pretty much at each level, they have the highest ranked team except for Part 1. So Honduras, Haiti, and Nicaragua all end up in the same group. Jamaica on rankings, you'd have to say we did pretty good because we got the 3rd ranked, 2nd ranked in Part 3, and the 3rd ranked in Part 2 in our zone. So, look, I think once you get down into the, these areas, 130, anything past 100, 80 odd, the difference in teams is not that much. I would even argue to say from 60s upwards is pretty much, not that big of a gulf. But of course, Jamaica is 62 for a reason. They have won more games over the years than these teams against better teams. So we have to take that into consideration. But again, people, Group A, Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, Suriname, people. That's Group A. Group B, Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. Group C, Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, and Nicaragua, people. So it is set. Thank you, Concacaf. That was not the worst in terms of waiting long to get that done. Took about 25 minutes, so that's pretty good for their standard. Let me check back in with the where say Earl Cup. Actually, say group of life. We get the easier group. Truth said 10. Ty said 10. Yeah, me get a 8. Craig Taylor said 10. Imagine Jamaica underestimating TNT and we lose to them. Red Skull, I'm telling you. Any Trinidad was to get out of this group ahead of Jamaica and go to this World Cup, brother. Would I never hear the end of it. Trust me. I think we'll make it to IR1. Can't complain. We just Just we put in the work. Now, is it a home and away like prior qualifiers? Yes, it is home and away. So we'll play 6 matches in total, home and away with each of the 3 teams. Good group, says Drew Russ. Of course, all teams will want to draw with us. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the same way we are here celebrating, Curacao, Trinidad, and Bermuda are looking at it as an opportunity. Like, it couldn't have been any better for them, 2026 up and running, says BBK Sports. That's the hope. Bless up DJ Gigs, hope all is well. Nothing comes easy. We're coming out on top, though. We're not a dash with nothing, man. Yeah, man, it's going to be a real war between us and Trinidad. I believe so as well. Concacaf handwear spot in the World Cup, says Energy. Fresh God dropping the Jamaica flags. Is the pressure on Jamaica to qualify based on the group? Absolutely, Africans. Absolutely, because, I had an ideal group, and the only team that's not in it is El Salvador. I picked Trinidad and Tobago. I picked Bermuda. So if I'm sitting here, you know what I do, Africans? Watch football nonstop. And I'm telling you, based on what I've seen of all these teams, that would be the easiest path in terms of the opposition. And we got 2 out of 3. So for me, yes, it's pressure on Jamaica to qualify out of this group based on the group. There's not, the Suriname wild card isn't in there. We didn't get Haiti. We didn't get a team like Honduras, who has made it to World Cups before, might navigate this part of the competition better. So, yeah, based on all those factors, Africans, there is pressure on Jamaica to qualify. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for Jamaica? I guess that remains to be seen. But for sure, I would say that, the pressure is on Jamaica to qualify. No pressure, but it will take serious fighting. I kind of disagree, Fresh. I kind of disagree. I think when the pundits and everybody talks about this, the ESPNs of the world, all those who cover CONCACAF, Jamaican YouTubers, everybody will be thinking, yes, this is the group. It's a great group for us. So, I mean, we have to be realistic, Fresh. I think there will be some added pressure because of the group. I mean, the group is favorable for us. Fresh got saying call every pick. We're gonna qualify. Yeah, I had one wrong, Fresh. Didn't want Trinidad and I would rather El Salvador. Okay, so Tuffy say he wouldn't want Trinidad. So Tuffy, of the pot 3 teams, who would you want if you didn't want Trinidad? Let me know. And let me drag up the screen so you can get a reminder just in case. So here are the pots again, Tuffy. So tell me, Tuffy, which of those pot 3 teams were you hoping to get? Was it Guatemala again? If Jamaica cannot qualify from this group, then disband the JFF. It's a good thing Jamaica topped the zone. Well, Kamar Dennis, honestly, it didn't really matter that we topped the zone at all because the pots were based on the FIFA ranking. You see where it's from the June 2025 FIFA Men's World Ranking? So even if we had lost the game to Guatemala, Honduras wouldn't have passed us in FIFA points. They wouldn't have gotten all those places made up, So, it didn't really matter what happened. If we could have come second in the group and we still would have been in part 1. So, yes, it was good we topped the group just for momentum purpose, but it didn't have anything to do with this draw. Yes, the pressure is on us. It's a must if Jamaica don't qualify with this group, and worse, no Mexico, USA, or Canada. Yeah, well, look, I think people didn't want to outright. Well, I wouldn't say people didn't want to outright. I think it's been an argument if this way is indeed easier in terms of the last round not being one big group of teams where the top 3 qualify and it just being like a smaller group where the top of the group only qualifies. But one thing I will say is I think it makes it less games for one, which for me is a better thing because I think what Jamaica has struggled with over time is consistency. And so if you stretch out a campaign over 10 games, let's say, that's more windows, that's more chances for injuries and things to happen in the team. And, that's just a longer stretch of time that you have to be playing well. Now, with this being a little more condensed, September, October, November, it's kind of a bit of continuity in that, where it's 3 windows back to back to back. And that's pretty much where you'll find out if you made it straight through the group to the World Cup. So, I've always thought without those 3 teams, it's a little bit easier, to be honest. Some people disagree with that, but I just feel like when you eliminate teams that going into the game you are not favored against, and look at the 3 opponents we're going to play now, with the exception of maybe Curacao away, I feel like the betting odds will be favored in all the games we're going to play in this round. So, Yeah, I mean that wouldn't happen if we had Mexico, USA, or Canada in it. No matter, even though we'd have more games to play to qualify, less of those games would be going in as the favorite. So it decreases the chances that we get good results. Definitely, I'm not watching football anymore if we don't make it. So when will we know who we play and when and where? Well, look, I think that the match schedule is going to be announced relatively soon. I think it will probably come on Concacaf's website at some point. No, I would be extremely impressed if I went to Concacaf website right now and they're like, the draw is complete. Here is the schedule, but I don't believe. I think we'll probably get it either later tonight or first thing tomorrow. So let's see. All right, namesake. Want to know who we got? So let me show namesake. Namesake. I got 2 out of my 3 teams. So Group B: Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda, boss. So we have the doubles versus Patty War again. We have Curacao. I have to face my Dutch friend them. You don't know, Netherlands is my other team that I support in the international ranks, and Bermuda. So basically, it's an all Caribbean affair. I believe it was six CFU teams and 6 Central American teams left, and 4 of those CFU teams are in the one group. So in that sense, we get to avoid that Central American atmosphere in the away games, which can be a bit daunting. And I think when we get down to this final round, that's something that Haiti is going to have to contend with the likes of Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, those away games with what's at stake. They might want to just fly in on game day and play because I don't think they'll get much sleep the nights before. Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, Suriname will have to deal with all of those as well. And those are all crazy atmospheres away from home, not the best hotel situation most of the time. Those fans definitely do some madness, pull out all the stops. And I don't know if it's still happening now, but I know back in the day, there used to be some flying objects from the stands with liquids that shouldn't really be touching human beings, So they pull out all the stops when it comes to those things. Rasta George, we qualify already, man. Yeah, well, look, Africans asked a question earlier if we under pressure. Do I think Jamaica's group is the easiest? Yes, I do. I think Jamaica got the easiest group for sure because, look, El Salvador and Guatemala, while I think Panama is definitely better than them, I feel like they'll pose more of a threat than the teams that we have in our zone. Maybe not so much Curacao and El Salvador. That would be the one switch I would make. But I think Group A is tougher because of Suriname as well in there. Suriname to me has the quality of a Part 2 team, but they're just in Part 4. So I thought whatever group they went to would automatically make that group difficult. But I don't even think this is the hardest group. I actually think Group C is the hardest group with Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, and Nicaragua, because Nicaragua has been known to pull out some mad results from time to time, and their atmosphere away from home is tough as well. And then Haiti is just a wild card team. You never know. I mean, if they put it all together, they have enough talent. They just lack consistency a lot like Jamaica. So, I would say Group C is the toughest. Group A second, and then Group B would be considered the soft soap group. If we're just being honest. Group is a sitter, there will be immense pressure. Yeah, I think there will be too. I'm a fan of Trinidad. That's the only reason, and I would want them to sneak some upset and make it. Yeah, look, well, what we can hope for Trinidad, Toffee Rudy, if we're being honest, is that they can get one of those possible intercontinental confederation playoffs. Hopefully they can get that. It's based on ranking, but that's not FIFA ranking, is it? No, it's just the second best. It should just qualified teams, blah blah blah. The 2 best runners up. Okay. So it's based on rankings in the group. So whoever have the most points, if the points tied, then we'll look at here it goes. They'll have a standings for this. All right, cool. I was like, what? Based on rankings again? So that means If Bermuda was to finish second, them can't reach because them rank 162. But no, them saying this ranking. All right, cool, that makes sense. Channel people, well, so I wish the Gold Cup could have just gone already and it's a World Cup qualifier now, yeah, man. I swear, if the coach picked the correct team, we should make it. Well, that's a big if, isn't it? Hopefully, the UK-based players who is on the fence will make their mind up after seeing the results of the round that just finished and the upcoming group. Yeah, man, you said it right, Adam McGregor. Bags of piss. I heard Suriname team is good. I never saw them. Yeah, they are definitely better than a pot four team for sure. Like no question about it. No excuses now. Put up or shut up time for Jamaica. If we don't make it to the World Cup, we need to disband the male program entirely, says Ricardo Richards. Well, as one person said, them need to disband the JFF. Ricardo said they need to just stop the program, just the male program though. Jamaica's basically handed a place in this World Cup. Can't have a better opportunity than this. Yeah, I was starting to think that the boy Blas Perez did know what was inside of the thing, because when the man pulled out El Salvador first, who me I say are the best team out of the zone, they forget. Then I see him look down, pull out Curacao for we. Did I start pre, But then when he picked Guatemala for this one, I say, okay, maybe him just a fight me, because I did say Trinidad or Guatemala, but then we got Trinidad, so I was like, all right, cool. And when he pulled Suriname, I said, boy, your country, I hate you for that one day, because Suriname is not the pot four team that any of these top teams wanted, I can assure you. But yeah, Trinidad and Bermuda and Curacao people, come on, man, come on. If we can go into that, I mean, basically, we just need to go into that last window in November on 12 points. That would be perfect. Let's get 4 wins and just know, say, 2 positive results. We should top the group. Easier said than done. Better yet, me just say, all right, let me not go so far, people. We need to just play in the Gold Cup first, see how I go on. But I'm excited, people. I don't know about you, but I feel like yeah, the picture is becoming a little more clear. So now we have to start look on, which city we might get and all them thing there. I joke, let me not get ahead of myself. But people, we can't upset people. We ask for a group and we basically get the group that we wanted, basically. So just as a reminder, people, we have the Gold Cup coming up. So I need to check my email as a matter of fact, because I think Concacaf already sent me my approval so I can get into these press conferences, people. So you don't know the drill, I will come up. What? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we'll have that. Where is it? Concacaf. Okay, yeah. Virtual Media Day. All right, well, yeah, I'm good to go. I'm in there. I'm in there, people. So I'm registered as media. So I'll get all the Zoom invites and whatnot. So I can ask my question them. Wavel Graham said those Central American teams in a group by themselves, Jamaica and Trinidad rival is eating up. Yeah. The Central American team now forgot buckle it out, man. Group C, my group of death right here beside it. That's gonna be a tough group, man. Those games are gonna be some serious games. Every team that qualified for the last round have some quality, so can't take no team lightly. That is true. That is true because all right, actually that's a good thing to do, people. Let's look at the teams that we got. So first let's look at Curaçao's team. And remember, this team is the type of team that, over time you can see different additions. Now, similar to us, it's always the game of, are we bringing in too many at once? Is it too big of an influx? All the things that are said about, Jamaica's team and all of that. I think Curacao kind of is in that boat in a way. Um, but I think that, with this opportunity that has arisen, with how this World Cup qualification is looking like it's going to happen, a lot of these teams are, getting having a lot more belief, and their sales pitches to these players that might still harbor thoughts of playing for the Netherlands or whatever their parent country is. Typically, it's the Netherlands. They might still be on the fence. They might be converted after seeing what's going on. So, yeah, I feel like these teams could change a lot in the upcoming future. So let's take a look at Curaçao's team that recently played. Let me get this on screen for you guys. Top out qualifiers from this group. Not the worst selection. We'll take that either way. May have work hard regardless. Absolutely, you're gonna have to be working for sure. Um, but yeah, I think that's a good point, Mister Man. We shouldn't just jump to we qualify already. Look, it is a favorable draw, but the games still have to be played. Jason, remember when we drew El Salvador, Cayman, and St. Lucia and failed to qualify for the U17 World Cup? It won't be easy. Yeah, look, I think BM, a part of the reason why that happened though was lack of preparation. I don't think that the egregious lack of preparation won't happen with the senior team. So, I mean, while it's still possible, yes, I just feel like I could point to so many reasons why that U17 team didn't go because they didn't even try. They did not try. I think that this team will actually try. I'm sure Panama, Costa Rica would have loved to be in our group. Absolutely. Ain't no question, AM Henry. I mean, we'll have to admit that we got basically, I would say, two out of the three best possible teams. I don't think Curacao was the easiest in part two, but, it is what it is. One of the top three teams won't make it directly. That's an interesting one, BM. Do you guys think that the top teams are the teams in Part 1? Do you guys see all three of those teams getting it directly to the World Cup? Let me know, because that's a good thing. So I've ended the votes. So nobody thought we'll get through the playoffs. Nobody thinks we won't make it till 2030. Um, some of you said that we would lose in the playoffs and not make it straight through, but 93% of the 58 votes say that we're going to make it through. So interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to see the fixtures. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, Float. I'm feeling good. I mean, it's not the worst possible group. I don't think it's the best possible group either, but it's more towards the easiest group than the worst. So I'll say I'm happy. I'll take it. Big upgrade. U17 was together for almost 2 years. I don't think. No, I mean lack of like actual game preparation though. Like you can be together for as long as you want. If you don't actually scout the opponent, then you ain't gonna beat them. Like simple. You can't just go into the game and say, "Yo, play how we always play and we'll win," because they scouted us and knew how we play, and we didn't know how they play. And that's not, you can't really do that in this day and age of football. It don't work to just beat teams based on you being better than them. You have to actually prepare, figure out, strategize, and they didn't do none of that. Greenwood should be coming for the Panama game based on Steve Media interview. Really? What is Steve Media interview? What is that? What Panama game? Oh, you're talking about the Gold Cup? No, he ain't in the Gold Cup. It's clear. It's clear cut. Jamaica and Trinidad coming out that group. Well, only one of them can go direct to the World Cup in a way, Val. So I hope you mean Jamaica going clear to the World Cup and Trinidad going to the playoffs, because Trinidad I'm a brethren them, but if it's us or them, I'm sorry. It's gonna be us. I like that question though. How many Part 1 teams make it straight to World Cup? Three. A few. One. None. All right, that's the next poll before we close off. How many Part 1 teams make it straight to World Cup? All three, few, one, or none? Let me know, people. Let me know, people. Keep on smashing the like button, people. I have a likes target, ambitious one of 100. We'll see if we can actually get there. Working our way towards it. We're close, approaching to the 60 mark now. So thanks for all the support on the program. Yeah, if you guys want to drop your thoughts, let me know. We can open up a little call in if you want, and just hear how people thinking about the group draw. Like I said, I feel good about it. I think that there is a group of death amongst the groups, and we are not in it. So that is a good thing, right there. So yeah, I'm pretty much pleased, people. I'm pretty much pleased. You can't get everything you want in life, and I didn't quite get everything I wanted, but yeah, I am still very much pleased with how it turned out. All right, so let me do what I was gonna do, people. Show you guys the teams we're gonna face. So this is Curacao, people. They played in this last win, St. Lucia at home. They gave them 4-0. And they had a wicked result against Haiti, 5-1 away. But Haiti, I believe, so they played in Trinidad. Yeah, so they're playing all over the place. Haiti can't really play no home games. So they got 5-1 in this one. It was 2-0 at halftime. And let's just take a look at the players that played. So Eloy Room, veteran goalkeeper. He is still around. He is keeping for them still. He is at Circle Braga now, 36 years of age. But his contract is up. Didn't make any appearances though in the Jupiler Pro League last season, but definitely is one that's been around the block. He used to play for Columbus Crew, then he moved on to Vitesse. Now he's at Circle Braga, but he's been all over the place. Quite a journeyman, but still very good quality keeper in Concacaf. That's Eli Room. Then they're starting right back in this game was Joshua. He is in I think that's the Stars League. I think is that UAE. No, that's Qatar. So that's the Qatari Stars League, right? He's over there. He's worth 2.5 million, and he's 31 years of age. So he was playing Champions League over there. They don't have the Qatari League stats on here, but he has now made 10 appearances for Curacao. Another one that they have brought over. That obviously in his youth football days, you see he represented Netherlands all throughout, even made two appearances for the Netherlands senior team all the way back in 2016. But he has now made the switch to play for for Curacao. So that's another one that they have picked up in this last year. So that's what I mean about these wildcard teams, people. They have these players that maybe haven't been around the squad so long, but they are quality. There's another one coming from the Eredivisie. He's a centre back. He's 27 years of age, born in the Netherlands, made 24 appearances last season in the Eredivisie, so getting decent minutes. Can play centre back or left back. came up through the ranks at Willem, then rode at JC, went to Germany, and now he's back in the Netherlands. Another player, and he's just recently, well, not, he's been around a little bit longer, since 2021. So pretty much just before, I guess, when that last cycle would have ended for them, he came in. Um, Julian Gary, he is another one. Pretty much all their players would have been born in the Netherlands for the most part. Um, he has 47 caps now for the national team, 31 years of age. He currently plays in the Saudi second tier. You see, last season played a lot of games for his club, so definitely a starter for his club. Can play right back as well. Um, Big guy, 1.83 meters. Then left back, Floranos is another one. As you can see, won the Eerste Divisie, the second tier in the Netherlands. Plays for PEC Zwolle now. See his contract expires, so he's there a little while. 24 games played this season, so decent minutes there as well. As you can see, a Netherlands youth player right through up until U21s. He now is up to 15 appearances for Curacao. So, these players all have pedigree with the Dutch system. And the Bacuna brothers, they're still around. The elder statesman, Leandro, 33. He is the captain for the team, and he played in the Eredivisie last year for Groningen. 4 goals, 3 assists. Can play pretty much everywhere in the midfield, from DM to attacking midfielder, and he's been probably one of the longest serving players that came through that Netherlands youth system. He's been around since 2016, gone through a few cycles. He's probably looking at this window as his best opportunity to get Curacao to a World Cup. Comencia started in the midfield. Comencia, he's from the Juve Next Gen team, only 21 years of age, 6 caps. So that's a good sign for them, getting some players over the line a lot earlier. As you can see, another one that pretty much went through the whole entire ranks in the youth setup of the Netherlands. So they are doing a good job getting players a little earlier. Phoenix Rising, USL Championship. 25 years of age. This player has 12 caps and has scored 5 goals. So, definitely just goes to show, not quite the levels of some of his other teammates that they have recruited in terms of league, in the world. But with that being said, he came through the Dutch youth system. Um, not necessarily the national team like the rest of them, but he has been formally trained and gone through academy life in the Netherlands before trying his hand in Saba. I think Kahim Paris also played for that club, if I'm not mistaken. And now he's at Phoenix Rising this season. 3 goals, 1 assist so far, for Margarita. Then we move to the other Bacuna, that's Juninho. He's the younger brother. 3 million market value. He's playing over in the Saudi Pro League now. 32 appearances last season, 3 goals, 4 assists. So, we have players over there, an attacking player at that, who didn't muster anything near to that in the attacking statistics. Another one that mainstay in the Netherlands youth teams before making the jump in 2019, to play with his brother, who had been playing for Curacao for 3 years already at that point. He's definitely the younger and, I would say, no more dangerous Bacuna. Now we have Kenji Ore. He is the son of the former head coach. I don't think he still coaches the team, but he is in the Stars League in Qatar as well. So they have a couple of players in that league. He scored 3 goals, 3 assists this past season, um, and actually scored in this game against Haiti, the most recent one as well. Didn't really represent Netherlands as much at the U16 level. He's now up to 28 caps for Curacao. And then this is the player, Castaneer, that I would say has kind of helped them out quite a bit. He's an attacking a striker, big body striker, 19 caps, 9 goals, as you can see, and he basically is the piece that I thought in previous versions might have been the missing piece. As you can see, he has picked up some trophies along the way. Second league champion, English third tier. He's currently in the first tier in, I believe, Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, that's Indonesia. Got the flag completely wrong. So he's way out in Indonesia playing his football right now. Um, but yeah, not really that prolific in the league this year. Didn't start as many games either. But that was the starting lineup. Now let's take a look at the substitutes on the day, and this is the most recent window. So, these games had some. Locadia, he's been around. I remember him from previous times we have played Curacao. I think we faced him in the Gold Cup once. Um, he's in the third tier in Spain. Had 10 goals in his league last season, 1 assist. Another one that spent all his youth playing national team for the Netherlands. He is now up to 4 caps, and this is the player that. So I'm mixing him up with somebody else, but this is the player that when they got him, they were hoping would kind of sort things out in the striker role. But Castaner really has been hard to take off the field due to his goal scoring. Janga up to 41 caps now, 33 years of age. Does have a very prolific goal scoring record as well. 21 goals in 41, not bad at all. Another player that played youth for the Netherlands and made his debut for Curacao back in 2016. So some of these players are really up to that last hurrah, probably. Joshua Zimmerman, he's in the second tier in the Netherlands. Um, 34 appearances in the division, 5 goals for him. Can play anywhere across the front three, but best position off the right. And Curacao been playing since U20, so he's been someone that's been committed to the program. 10 caps now since 2022. He's in the squad this past time as well. Koas, another right winger. He is in the second tier in Netherlands. 32 years of age. 29 caps now. 2 goals. Let's see. Keep going here. Antonis came in and scored a goal. He is in the first tier in Portugal for Moreirense. He's only 23 years of age, up to 14 caps now. So they have been able to get quite a few more younger recruits in their ranks, and I think that's made all the difference with their team and how they've been looking of late. Kevin Falida, he's in the first tier in Netherlands, 17 caps now, only 25 years of age. He had a goal as well. Um, Another substitute that came on. He is in the first tier in the Netherlands, 25 years of age. So, look, these Curacao players are not just coming out from nowhere, people. These players, a lot of them that are playing in the Eredivisie and have gone to other places around the world, they did represent Netherlands at the youth level. So, I mean, for me, if you are doing that as a youth player, then you're a pretty serious player. Here's another younger player, 21 years of age. He is in the second tier in Netherlands as well. Then we have Marta, left back, Jupiler Pro League 21. So that's really the theme right now, people. They're able to get these 21, 22, 23 year olds over the line now. Some of these players haven't had much time with the national team, but they are young. A 23-year-old goalkeeper with only 4 caps there. And then the second goalkeeper, Trevor, because we told you Room is 36 years of age now. So they do have at least a succession plan, it looks like, at a decent level playing. So yeah, man, Curacao, I don't see it stopping for them because they always will have that link with the Netherlands. And um, it seems like these days with the expansion of the world game in terms of more slots to get to World Cups, um, it could become even more of a pull for these players to go ahead and decide to make that jump to play for the country of their fathers, mothers, or grandparents. I think it goes to grandparents for them as well. So yeah, most of these players from the Netherlands, it's a very, very close ties. I saw today Julian Timber just opened up a facility over there because that's where his family is from. So, it's a very, very close link, and they definitely take advantage of it in terms of their football. As you can see, they have no joke of a manager. Dick Advocaat, former Dutch manager as well, managed the Dutch at the World Cup. You see his CV, plenty trophies, UEFA Super Cup winner, UEFA Cup winner, Dutch champion, Dutch Cup winner, Russian champion, and the list goes on and on. Very, very experienced manager. So you can rest assured that he'll have a good game plan to face Jamaica when we face them. So yeah, that's another part of this thing. People who's managing these teams. Only 10 matches so far, but he has been winning matches. Four wins in League B where they were before. I think they've stepped up now. Four wins, draw, and a loss. Previous to this, he was managing back in the Netherlands FC Utrecht as an advisor. Then he managed ADO Den Haag before leaving them and taking on the Curacao job. 10 matches, and he has a 2.5 points per match rating. Here are the 10 matches under him. Starting June 6, 2024, that was the start of the World Cup qualifying group stage. Got 2 wins in that window. Lost to St. Lucia. That's probably his worst result of his tenure, losing away to St. Lucia in the Nations League, but then followed that up with a 4-0, nil-all with Grenada, 1-0 over Grenada, and then a 5-0 over St. Martin before winning the return against St. Lucia 4-1 in the group stage, and then followed that up in the World Cup with 2 more wins, 4-0 again with St. Lucia, who they kept playing against, and then Curacao with a great result against Haiti, 5-1 away, but it must be said that Haiti is not hosting their home games right now. So that's kind of a look at Curacao, their team, who is managing them now, for those who didn't know. Dick Advocaat, very top quality manager. Now let's move on to a team that we're a little bit, well, I'd say a lot more familiar with, or most of us should be, and that is Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe I put too much. I don't know. Let's just try Trinidad. Okay, there we go. So Trinidad and Tobago. So let's take a look at the fixtures, and we'll just look at the most recent team. Now we know it could be different come September. These things change, but let's just take a look at the most recent game that was played, and that would have been against Costa Rica, the 2-1 game. And they, of course, beat St. Kitts 6-2. And they are under the tutelage and guidance of Dwight York. But this was the starting team. I think the transfer market value of this Trinidad team currently is 16.5 mil. So about 2.5 million more value-wise than even Curacao. But let's take a look at the people on the team. A mixture of players playing in TNT Premier League and players playing, in various countries around the world. Marvin Phillip, he was the starting goalkeeper in this game. 40 years of age now, still out there playing. He played in the Unity Cup, as you saw. Surprised Denzel Smith didn't keep his place. He's the one that played the game before this, but he didn't. In this particular game, you saw Rio Cardenas. I think he's one that definitely excites for the future for Trinidad. But for me, the future might be now, because he looks like he actually is ready to play at the level. Played a lot of PL2 last season. I think he will start to get more and more first team minutes as we go here. Still only 18 years of age. Listed as a left back, but I do think he can play multiple positions. Up to 2 caps now for Trinidad after representing at the U17 and the U20 level. Of course, he's in the Crystal Palace setup. Sheldon Bateau, who we did not see at the Unity Cup with Trinidad, he's one of their. Actually, no, he was there. So he's in the second tier in Belgium last season. playing 13 games, had a little bit of injury problems going on, couldn't quite crack the starting 11 either. Can play pretty much right across the back line. Um, Very imposing figure, tall, strong. Maybe can be gotten out in pace if you can make him change direction. Um, then starting in the middle of this back line, and I don't even think they played a 5-4-1 because this don't make no sense where the people are. 'Cause Jones wouldn't be there. But Isaiah Garcia, he plays in the TNTPL for Defense Force. He is 27, um, up to 9 caps now. No goals for him. Then we have veteran. Remember him from sinking USA with that goal in the second half to give them the win and not have them reach the 2018 World Cup. But this is Alvin Jones still doing it, 30 years of age now. Him and his older brother Jovin still in the team. He plays in Guatemala, I believe, for Real Sociedad. Yeah, pretty sure that is Real Sociedad. Not that one. Let me just double check and make sure. I want to say it is 16 starts. I don't know why I won't go to this site. I don't want German. Why won't it go? I don't know why I don't want to go, people, but pretty sure this league is the wait name there now. Why I don't want to go to the site, people. All right, well, it won't go. That's okay. I'm pretty sure that this is the Guatemalan flag. Yeah, so he's playing over there for Real Sociedad de Tocoa. Um, these fixtures would have been 16 games. Starts a lot of the games. So he's getting good game time over there. Spicer played a really good game in their 6-2 win. He's only at 4 caps now. Was born in Trinidad, but just now getting a chance. Seems to be one that Dwight York has found. He currently plays for Toronto FC in the MLS. He's made 14 appearances, not starting a lot of games, but does play about 36% of the minutes in total. So he's definitely playing at a good enough level for sure. 500K market value, can play anywhere across the front. Did see him playing for Trinidad and for his club, mainly on the left hand side. Um, then moving into midfield, Phillips, who we saw in the actually we saw both these players in the midfield in the Unity Cup facing Jamaica, Phillips and Molino. I don't know what is going on here. What is going on here? Daniel Phillips plays in League One at Stevenage. Last season, he made 42 appearances. About two-thirds of the time he started, played about two-thirds of the minutes as well. So he's playing in League One. Daniel Phillips, Kevin Molino, formerly of the MLS for years, moved back to Trinidad now to play his football. I want to say he's on Defense Force, but let me double check. It might be Police. But I know he's playing back in Trinidad now. He's been given the armband by Dwight York, very experienced player. I think he's into his mid-30s now. So yeah, Kevin Molino. I don't know why this site is acting so strange, but it's not letting me click on people for some reason all of a sudden. People, let me just refresh this car. It's moving mad. Here we go. So Kevin Molino, as you can see, he's done a lot in his career. Top goal scorer, MLS Cup champ two-time USL Cup Campeones Cup winner. So he's won quite a lot. I think was it Colorado he was at for a long time, or Salt Lake, one of those two teams. See, 133 games in the MLS, 33 goals, 26 assists. So definitely put in the work. Columbus Crew for years, Orlando, Minnesota. It was Columbus Crew was the team he was winning up all those trophies with. Um, I remember when he went to Minnesota, they were an expansion team. He stayed there, then went to Columbus. Then now he's at Defense Force. But I think he might be out of contract, so I'm not sure what he's gonna be up to next. Um, but yeah, Kevin Molino, captain now, 34 years of age. Has a decent energy level for his age. Doesn't really look to be, low and stamina or anything like that. Gets through the games pretty well, and still has good quality. Now, Sealy, he's been defined for me for Trinidad. Don't know if anybody had a chance to watch any of Trinidad's games that they just played, but Dante Sealy definitely looked like a great find for them. Left-footed player, cuts in off the right-hand side, good strike on him, good skill as well. So a good find by Dwight Yard there. Don't know why this does not want to open anything for me anymore. This is very strange that it's moving like this. Let me try something else. 2-1. If it take long, it not go. Should just go right away. All right, so Johnny Fortune pops right up. So any of you that know the YouTube space before the game, this is his son. So big up to before the game. Johnny in the team. Didn't start the first game, but started the second one. He's at Atlanta United, not too far from where I am. 15 appearances, 1 goal on the season. Starts about half the games, plays about half the minutes for the team. He'd want to break into that first team if he could. He's up to 12 caps now for Trinidad. 2 goals in those 12 appearances. Did score in this last window as well. I believe his first World Cup goal. And let's see if I can finally get to Sealy. There we go. Dante Sealy. He's at Montreal in the MLS, 22 years of age. He's already won a USL One Cup and a USL League One regular season. As you can see, Dante, prior to this, was playing North Texas SC. I think that's where he would have won the MLS, the USL One Cup. Did spend some time at PSV U21, but came back to FC Dallas and recently made the move on a free to Montreal. And he has scored 2 goals, 1 assist, getting 82% of the starts, 81% of the minutes. Definitely one for the future. Born in Brooklyn, New York, but deciding to play for Trinidad and Tobago, and actually did represent the USA at the youth level as well. And you can tell by the quality he has brought already. 2 games with the team and 2 goals. So definitely Dwight York doing his work, doing his recruitment, maybe playing for a coach like Dwight York would have got some of these players over the line. And then to me, their most talented player in the team currently, you see his market value at 12 million. At a club that should be familiar to Jamaicans, Spartak Moscow, he pretty much went there and showed that Caribbean players can get game time there. Out of 12 games, he made 11 appearances, starting 42% of the time. Only scored 1 goal in his short time so far at the club. The Russian Cup, he did have 2 goals though, doing well there. Played some Conference League games with his old club, that would have been AK. And you see what he was able to do for them: 5 goals, 1 assist in only 3 appearances. Um, this is in the Super League before he left. 5 goals, 2 appearances, and that would have been the cup over there as well. Another cup over there, 3 appearances, no goals, no assists. So definitely did his thing this season. 45 caps now, 10 goals. I think he now is though the main man up front. I think a lot of his caps would have been playing in a wider role, but I think now he'll be playing through the middle. with this version of the team. And as you can see, started out in Trinidad, went over to AZ Alkmaar, Excelsior, AZ Alkmaar again, has gone to Israel and played his football, Greece, and now, has seen his market value rise over the years, and he's up to a 15, 16 million player, going for a fee of 18.7 when he went to Spartak Moscow, and has formed a good partnership over there so far with Ugalde from Costa Rica. So that is the starting 11 they use. Let's just take a look at some of the players. Denzel Smith, as I said, plays local. Jabari St. Hilaire, the same. Hospitales, you would know from Montego Bay United. He is the left back. Started the first game of this campaign but did not start the second one. He is 26 years of age now, playing for MBU. Noah Powder, he's in the USL League One. He's been there for a few years. He's at Westchester this season. 7 games so far, 1 goal, 3 assists. So he's putting in good numbers. I think he plays a little bit more attacking in League One. I think they like to use him a little bit deeper in the midfield area for Trinidad. Andre Raymond, another left back. He's in the Premiership in Scotland now. Did spend some time over in Portugal in the lower divisions as well, but he's in Scotland. 17 appearances this season after making the move, getting 2 assists as well. Yeah, he did come over. I know he was over at some smaller clubs in Portugal, but now he has joined St. Johnston, and that should be a good move for him. Wayne Frederick, midfielder, he is with Colorado in MLS, only 21 years of age. Another one that I think they have been able to I won't even say convince, but he was in line to play U20, never materialized. Finally gets his debut for Trinidad under this manager June 7th, 2025 in these World Cup qualifiers, right? Stephen Yates, another one, 25 years of age, born in Toronto, Ontario. He plays for York United in the Canadian Premier League. He's made 9 appearances, starting most of those games, has a goal as well. Deeper line midfielder to box player. He's up to 7 caps now with 1 goal. Andre Rampersad also plays in that league as well. He's at HFX Wanderers. That's where our Marshall used to be. I think that was his club. I'm pretty sure Halifax Wanderers. He's played 9 times, only starting 10% of the games. He's up to 30 years of age now. Been at HFX Wanderers since 2019, and he's been pretty much a starter for them over the years. This season, the first where he's really taken a more backup role. 22 caps for Trinidad currently. Real Gil, he also makes this team. Huntsville City, MLS Next Pro, 22 years of age. Younger player, I've seen him come through the ranks for Trinidad, one of the better players at youth level for them in most recent times. He's up to 13 caps now for the senior team with 2 goals. Then we have Nathaniel James, who was basically surplus to requirements at Mount Pleasant, shipped off to Trinidad before moving on to USL League One. So he left Mount Pleasant. Actually, no, he left Mount Pleasant to go straight to Hearts of Pine in March. So let go before the playoff run for Mount Pleasant. Wasn't really getting the most opportunities he probably would have wanted. He has been a good goal scorer for Trinidad so far, though, only 14 caps and scoring a decent 5 goals. Has been a slow start to life in USL League One, only 2 appearances out of a possible 8 games with 1 goal, though. So if he continues to get time, maybe he will score some more goals. Made 2 appearances in the USL Cup, though, had 2 assists there. So definitely showing that if you give him chances, he will produce something. Hopefully, after a successful and eventful summer for Trinidad, he can go back to his USL 1 club and get some more time. Isaiah Leacock, he was in this team as well. He plays for Defence Force, another one playing in the local league. He has 1 cap for Trinidad and a goal, and I believe that was against Jamaica in the Unity Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Has yet to see the field since that Unity Cup game, but I agree with the coach putting him on this team. As a younger player, he probably did deserve to make it based on who they can call on. So that is Trinidad and Tobago, their squad, where they play, the makeup of the team. And then last but not least, people, we do want to give the final team in the group a look in as well. and that is Bermuda. So this is their squad 75K. So quite a gulf in squads and what their market value is, but this is their team. Dale Eve, 30 years of age, goalkeeper. North Village Rams, Binfield FC. That's not a good name for a club. Binfield. What? FA Cup second round? Which league this team playing at? This must be a National League team. Them have one national team player, the brother who me I click on. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is a national league team. So Dietrich Bell, 28, in play in Bermuda, North Village Rams. Then this guy, 21 years of age from Binfield. I'm pretty sure Binfield is in no, so Binfield is probably National League as well. Why them would have named them club Binfield? Pretty sure this is another National League team, one of them National League side. Them have nobody in them squad. These teams even still exist. Odds them are killing me. Kieran Richardson can't be the same one. So Roger Lee, Corn FC. So a lot of these players play. So this guy plays in college. UC Santa Barbara, Barna Southampton. Julian Carpenter, Harry Dwight. Him look like him go to college too, no? Students, yeah, him go college. Blankendal, Dandytown FC, City of Liverpool FC. Wow. So him play for Liverpool people. Tokyo Russell, Georgie Dublin, Willie Clements. So him play for one of them National League teams as well, probably. Jay Tucker, St. George's, Sandhurst, Buxton, Reggie Lamb. So Zico Lewis are the big baller, people. Attacking midfielder. It's him not with a club right now, but if you look over his career, he's always been somewhere. So he's 31 now, still 125K. His last club was Union Omaha in USL League One. Um, but he's been without a club since December and hasn't been picked up for this season. But yeah, you see, he's well traveled. Started out in Bermuda, played for a number of teams in the US, made it to Red Bulls too. Also was a Red Bulls member at one point. Spent some time in Norway or is that Iceland? Even though I'm not sure. I think that's not Finland because they have white and blue. Is that Norway? Charleston Battery, Sacramento. So he's been fluctuating between championship, USL Championship, and USL League One. Um, but yeah, Zico Lewis would probably be their most recognized player. Definitely the one that carries a market value. And the only other player that would carry a market value is Parfit, the left winger. He's 28. So yeah, I mean, look, no disrespect, but and I know these names not going to play the game, but I mean, there's a reason why we are ranked where we are and they're ranked where they are. So this is Parfit. He's in Finland at FC Haka in the first tier, 50K value. Um, Season just getting going over there. 5 appearances out of the eight. Starts about every four. 18% minutes, no goals, no assists yet this season though. 17 caps, 6 goals though for his country. So somebody that we have to look out for on that side of things. But we will obviously, as time gets closer to the September window, we will be checking even more on these teams. Just want to give you a general idea of what it's looking like, why we are saying that we're a little bit happy with the draw. I mean, it's just based on when you look at some of these teams on paper that we drew, we definitely look like we should be able to get the better of them. But Jamaica, you see the market value 57.83, and this is the updated squad of the Gold Cup, right? So the most recent squad. So you'll see Andre Blake, Jamali Waite, Shaquan Davis, Ethan Pinnock, who should be returning to the team for the Gold Cup. And you would expect and hope that he'd be around for the World Cup as well. Mason Holgate, Joel Latibo there, Damian Lowe, Richard King, uh, Kyle Ming, who we're not sure, didn't seem suit up for the second game in the window, but is still on the squad. Amari Bell, Greg Lee, Dexter Lemekisa, Isaac Hayden, John Russell, Casey Palmer, Dwayne Atkinson, Damari Gray, Ronaldo Cephas, Tyrese Campbell, Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed. We're going to see if he can return for this Gold Cup. Kaheem Dixon, Mikel Antonio, another one that's pretty much a question mark for fitness for this Gold Cup. Romario Williams, Romain Burrell, and Warner Brown, the one with the golden touch at the moment. So that is the squad for Jamaica. If you look at the market values of the players, we're up to 57 odd for the entire team. And of course, Bailey being the highest value at 28. But one thing that's a bit worrying for all our Jamaican players, not one of them is trending upwards as far as their market value. I mean, all these players have gone down of late. Bailey, Pinnock, Mason Holgate, Damari Gray, Joel Latimer, they pretty much stayed the same. Bobby Reed, Dexter stayed the same. Ronaldo stayed the same. Cephas, Amari Bella's gone down. Mikel Antonio gone down. Isaac Hayden, Andre Blake. Pretty much all of our players are trending the wrong way as far as market value is concerned. Now, I do think that, once some of these players register, I think King's value will increase, right? I think there's a chance that Tyrese Campbell's value will continue to go up or will go up soon. I think John Russell is working his way back to £1 million value player. The others, Cephas, I think will increase as well. Dexter, hopefully he should. Just depends on what his future looks like. I think he's gonna have to leave Wolves to get some permanent games. I think that will help the value to increase. But yeah, that's the only trend I'd say I don't love. When you look at the market values of our players, they seem to all be going the wrong direction, and not all of them are the wrong side of 30. So you would hope that some of those younger players or even mid 20, late 20 players would be going the other direction at this stage in their career, but that is not the case right now. But at the same time, when you compare us to the teams in our group, none of them are really coming close as far as market value is concerned. But yeah, that is pretty much it, people. As far as the just a brief, get to know the group, just kind of see where the teams are, what kind of players they currently have, and like I said, here we will be looking at um, everything in detail. We'll try to keep track of Curacao, what kind of recruitment are they up to? I think Dwight York as well is another one that you need to watch. He was able to find Sealy and Spicer of late. I think those two added a lot of quality to the forward area. If they can do the same with some defensive pieces, I think they will be a much more formidable opponent for us as well by the time that September window rolls around. So, people, a lot to look forward to. I think we should feel excited about the group that we got, though. Definitely. Group A is Group of Death, says Adam. Adam, I actually disagree with you slightly. I would say Group C is a little bit more difficult, personally. I had one say I think we're making it directly. What is our head-to-head with each team? Good question. So I'll answer that question last before we leave. So there's a really easy way to check this stuff. It's a great site that basically gives you all info about national teams. And I like to utilize it whenever I want to know about head-to-heads, because I believe that is probably the best way. So let's just look at head-to-heads with teams. So who do we have in the group? We have Trinidad and Tobago. We played Trinidad 41 times. We have won 20, drawn 11, and lost 10. So we have a good record against them. Moving right along, the next team we have is who? Curacao. Let's see. So Jamaica versus Curacao. Where are you guys? All right, so we've only played Curacao 3 times. 1-1, drawn 1, lost 1. So no real dominance to show for there. And then Bermuda, have we played them? Yes, we've played Bermuda 7 times. We've won 4 and drawn 3. So it's not as dominant against Bermuda as you would think. Now, they've never beaten us, but they have been able to get 3 draws against us. Those 7 matches against Bermuda made me curious now. Let me see. So we played them. The last time we played them was in 2020. It was a 2-0 win out in Mobay. We played them in the Gold Cup 1998. Why did we play them twice? Beat them 1-0 on the 21st of February, then played them again on the 27th and beat them 3-2. So that must have been like Gold Cup qualification or something, because we played them twice at Jamaica twice. I don't get it. Why did that happen? Anyway, we faced them in the World Cup qualifying as well, 1994. 3-2 over them at the stadium and 1-1 over in Bermuda. So the 3 draws came in our first 3 matchups. 1991, we drew with them in Bermuda. We drew with them as well in Jamaica in a friendly 0-0, and then we also drew with them away in 1992 in a World Cup qualifier 1-1. So we pretty much have won the last 4 times we played them. The first 3 times we faced them in the early 90s, we drew those first 3 games. Now, looking at Curacao, as I said, we only played them 3 times, so we haven't really faced them that many times in our history. But those 3 games, I can remember one for sure being in the Gold Cup. I want to say that was the game Bobby Reid scored that wicked goal. 2017 Gold Cup, I believe it was. And then there was a 1-1 with Curacao in the 2019 Gold Cup. So, yeah, that must have been Bobby Reid. I think he might have scored that goal against another team then, because I don't think Bobby would have played the 2019 Gold Cup, would he? I know the 17 Gold Cup was that Tapa team that went to the final. We beat them 2-0 that time. And then they beat us in the Gold Cup 2017, 2-1. So we lost to them in the group stage and then beat them. How would that go? So we lost to them 2-1. It's a Gold Cup 2017 at the Stade Pierre. Something like that. But that don't make no sense. Anyway, we lost to them 1 time, we drew 1 time, and we beat them. So the last time we faced them, though, it was a 1-1. So quite an even series with Curacao so far. And then Trinidad, of course, 41 times we played them. A lot of the times recently, it hasn't really been the most. I guess they've been friendly matches. It hasn't. We can't really too much base it off of that because there's a lot of experimentation with the squads in these games that we played them of late. But the last competitive fixture we've played them in, like truly competitive fixture, would have been the 4-1 2023 Gold Cup Group A match. Um, so that would have been the last time we played them competitively in a match, beat them 4-1. Prior to that, we played them in the Gold Cup. I don't think that's Gold Cup. That should be maybe Caribbean Cup 2014. It was 0-0, and then Jamaica won 4-3 on penalties, I believe it was. And then prior to that, we drew at the Gold Cup 1-1 in 2009. So, like I said, 41 matches played. So it's our most played opponent in our history. 20 wins for Jamaica, though, comparing to 11 draws and 10 losses. So, yeah, Jamaica. We've already played Trinidad 3 times this year, twice in friendlies in Jamaica in February, and then again at the Unity Cup in May. And then we're about to add two more to that in either the September, October, or November windows, as well as potentially facing them at some point in this upcoming Gold Cup. So familiarity won't be an issue for either team for sure. But yeah, I want to thank each and every one of you that tuned in tonight. We're up to 64 likes on the video. We greatly appreciate it. We know we didn't forward that early to really get the thing going, but why them say light gone? What's going on with my screen? I don't know. What's going on with my screen? Something's wrong? Maybe I should have looked at the stream a long time ago. Am I not live anymore? Oh, I really are going so. Yo, my screen was just black for the whole time. Yo. Channel star. I wish I had known. My bad people. Yo, respect one, Respect for the super chat, bro. Yeah, man. Respect, bro. Thanks a lot. Greatly appreciate it. Bless up, why not? Hope all is well. Jamaica clear cut. Light gone for real. Why screen so dark? Are you do it? Bro, I might not even know, bro. It's good now. All right, so it came back. That's good. Is Curacao still recruiting? Those seem to attract good players like Suriname, luckily. Well, look, I think they are getting a younger set of players. I think the thing with them typically was they would get them a little late. So, they couldn't really build with Curacao, but they have a few 21, 22s, 23s that they've gotten lately. And it's kind of looking a little better, and they're getting a higher quality. So I think they weren't getting many like first league in Netherlands players. I think that has changed of late. They're getting a much higher quality, like first tier level players. So getting closer to what Suriname been doing. Bermuda have a striker that playing championship and a goalie that playing Denmark. Yeah, I saw that. I haven't watched Bermuda for a long time, but when I did years ago, they had competent players, but no way we should be doing anything but thumping them up. Wells is a good player. Yeah, I didn't see Wells in the last team, which was I just saw Lewis, but I didn't see Naki Wells in that team. Have West Ham played Antonio yet? No, never. St. Mirren is a very good move for King. Hopefully, he can go there, do well, and move on. I think he's good enough to do that. York is a decent choice. Yeah, think he's helping them, man, because they got two players that I don't know were going to play for Trinidad before York. Fun fact, Curacao beat Jamaica 1-0 to win the final Caribbean Cup. We beat them 2-0 in the group stage of the Gold Cup, drew 1-1 the group stage of the 2019 Gold Cup. That is true. So 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. So we need to be wary of Bermuda. All teams, don't play with your food. We've seen more talented teams fail to make the World Cup by not securing points. Win at home, draw away, you're looking good. I agree. I think that's my strategy as well, Africans. I want to get 4 wins, 2 draws. I think we do need to get 1 away win just to make sure. But I'd be happy with 2 draws away, one, and obviously 3 wins at home against all the teams. That's that to me. 14 points were good, I think. The coach should get out his feelings and call back Bowser. If Antonio can get picked, why not? Steve McLaren could call up 11 of us from the chat and we could beat Bermuda. We got this. Well, yeah, Jason Goon and any 10. I agree. We need to fear the JFF and not Trinidad. We will be fine if Coach McLaren is allowed to pick the best available players. We can only implode if the JFF insists on picking balanced teams. My background is very Bermuda. So I can't be Jamaica. I had one. That sounds bad. Bless up, Jason. Big up Vinny Congo. I told my wife the group is looking good, and she told me they always disappoint you. Think I'm getting a divorce. Rob Smith, your wife is just telling you the truth, sir. Yeah, vex with her. Bless up, Kevin J. Hope all is well, bro. How you feel about Haiti group? I think Haiti got the group of death, man. We missed about 15 chances in that draw with Gem. Oh, you're talking about the 1-1? Yeah. 2019 Gold Cup. Are you worried about them playing to the competition? It's a genuine worry because I think we've seen that under numerous coaches actually for Jamaica. Uh, but I think that based on how we have been playing of late, um, as long as our strikers play with a little bit of confidence, I do trust our ability to create chances now. I think we have a pretty clear way of creating opportunities. So that gives me some hope. And it's just gonna come down to how clinical we're gonna be. Um, I think as a lot of people said in the chat earlier, I really feel like it's more about us just taking the team selection seriously. As long as we don't play too many games with that, I honestly genuinely feel like we should be the favorite in almost every fixture in this group. Even the away game to Curacao, I would say the betting odds would have it very close, if not in our favor. So yeah, Yaka Madman still Trinidad will play on the front foot always. Yeah, I think like I said, they look very dangerous and they've found some decent players in recruitment up front, like way better than what I remember them having. But um, I just feel like they are going to struggle with the balance because they did look extremely vulnerable in every game I've seen them play under this manager. It's definitely more exciting football, more on the front foot, creating more opportunities, but I think they give up just as many. So there's two sides to the game, and I don't think he's quite found that true balance. He's you can see he's a striker being a coach. It's like the man just want them to just create opportunities and score goals. Like forget about what's going the other way. Who cares? We're just going to outscore teams. And I mean it's fun, but sometimes that's not the most effective way to go about it. I don't think. But yeah, people, you guys, if you don't have any other thoughts to drop tonight in the comment section, I think I've pretty much gone through most of the comments, people. It was my pleasure bringing you the content. Thanks so much for getting me up to the 70 likes. I'll definitely take that. Like I said, I know there were quite a few people live now and live during the draw. So yeah, just the fact that some of you guys stuck around, stayed in the building with me, I greatly appreciate it. Again, please do drop some likes on the video on the way out. Hopefully the target can still be hit, 100. We say believe like Ted Lasso. The headmaster, the Concord, and the poacher will see us through. Coach McLaren needs to try perfecting the inverted. Dexter Lemke says still an apprentice. Just saying. Yeah, I don't see. I just like the fact that we have pieces that the coach can tweak things and play differently with. So if he wants to not invert and play a more attacking right back, he play Dexter. If he wants to invert more, get those numbers in the midfield, he play Joel, and he's comfortable doing it. So that's good, bro. They went into that Costa Rica game needing to keep the game under 6-0, and we're still firing. I know, bro. When it was 2-0 and Costa Rica was getting chances in the first half, I'm like, bro, are you going to like change anything? And man said no. And they got him a goal in the second half and they didn't concede again. So can't you can't really cuss him, but still, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Their approach to that game was mad. Remember, Jamaica will make an easy job come very hard. Yeah, look, we all have the scenarios in our head. I've said I want 4 wins, 2 away draws, 1 away win, and 3 home wins, right? But it won't be that way. There'll be some kind of adversity we have to go through. There'll be some kind of adversity we have to go through. But yeah, look, it's there, people. It's there. We can see the finish line now. The next step now, people, is to wait and see. I'll be keeping an eye on Concacaf and their social media pages, just trying to make sure I don't miss when they drop the actual schedules. Now that the groups have been set, Group A, Group B, and Group C. And just as a recap, people, since we're about to close out the video, I will tell you guys one last time before we sign off tonight what the groups are going to be for the round 3 of the Concacaf World Cup qualifiers for 2026 World Cup, people. Group A, if I can find the page. Okay, Group A is Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Suriname. Group B, Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda. And Group C, my group of death, Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, and Nicaragua, people. So the groups are set, and we now know what it will take and who we will have to face to get to this 2026 FIFA World Cup, people. But signs looking good. I wanted a group with 3 teams in it. I got 2 out of those 3. I will take it, people. Until next time, you know how it goes on this channel at the end of the show. You'll hear these words. My name is Jason Guna. This is Jason Guna TV. And until next time, people, we are out. Come on, Reggae boys. You can see the finish line.